Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 1. And this is a Norwegian Cup. 14 matches here for you tonight. 14 matches. In fact, it's usually one of my favourite times of the season, watching the ridiculous teams up against the what's the best word to describe them? Lovely teams of Norway. So 14 matches for you tonight. We shall get started very, very soon. But let's take a quick look at the fixtures for tonight. So we got North Trafford are at the altar tonight. We'll have to see how they get on. But no team submitted from North Trafford for tonight, so no substitutes will be allowed. Looking to here, we saw Awful were here last season. They were playing in the cup. I believe that's the team associated with Jens. So good luck to Awful in here. And good evening, Steve. Right, Steve's joined the chat. Thank you, Steve, for keeping me going at what would usually still be an early Swemp time. Good evening, Alf. I tell you what, I'll put Team GB on first if you want. I'll put them on first and get you playing those. Thank you very much for staying around for tonight and also your support and suggesting I could just record it or whatever. But yeah, I'll get you on first. Steel Hawks up against Brønnøysund. That'll be an interesting one there. Big Kid is here. Good evening, Big Kid. Welcome to the fun. Dalgety Rangers, no team submitted tonight, are against Tornado. And staying around when you just got started. Staying around in terms of for the game to get started tonight. I've been supposed to start at 9, but I was in Blackpool watching the Illuminations that I'm sure have got worse over the years. Falaraki will play against Fløya, and Alanson FC Peter Falk, isn't that Colombo? That's an interesting trip there to Sri Lanka, I assume, some kind of coded message. What sort of game could follow this one? We'll have to see what can happen in these other games. Let's have a look. Friggin Harstad, that sounds like a good game. Trumpton away to Gevir Bodo, which will be lovely for them. Hamcam versus Floro. Oh, some superb. Imaginary Madrid under new management for tonight of Chris Thacker. Welcome if you join us tonight. Playing against Arlesund, who are actually one of the trickier challenges in the Norwegian league. We've got some more people joining us on chat there. Mr. Duggan and Mr. Savage are here. Who else are playing? Loco Calaveras versus Holter. Loco Calaveras looking for goals. Remember they did win the Swedish Cup last season. Real E versus Stinker, which will be a good one there. Romerick, didn't he play for Ivory Coast? Playing against the Old Age Ballers, who didn't submit a team, so the game where we played speedily there. Sandnes versus Roundhay. Skarbovik, the Norwegian Scarborough, will play against another team unsubmitted this week, Asnes Ajax. Team GB against Ake Tønsberg. Looking forward to that one there, see how they get on Team GB with a new setup again. Tolnes versus Holland, that looks a good one. And Tyneside, no team today, versus Paul's Grenland. So, which teams? Are you on about Division 1 or the lovely team in here? I think this will be a quality set of games. Look at this. Chance to vote for World Player of the Year as the manager of Norway. And the nominations... I mean, we've got Emil Heskey or Lubo Moravcik to vote for. Emil Heskey has to receive our vote for World Player of the Year. There we are, lovely. Emil Heskey has been chosen over Lubomir Moravcik to be World Player of the Year. Yes, you're right, Steve. At least the Tyneside manager did admit it for having those. Team G versus Tonsberg is no more hair match. The losing manager has to wax themselves bare. Let's see how that one goes. Look at this Champions League semi-final. So we go first of all to Team GB and see Alf's side for tonight, and a couple of contracts to offer before we get started on these. Barry Ferguson wanting a big deal, but actually it's not much anything different to what he was on. So for tonight, Alf goes for the one up front setup, but certainly going with the big hitters and Rab Douglas in goal. Confidence booster. Well, I mean, talk about confidence booster. He's on 5.67 so far, so hopefully this will do him good and get him to at least a 6. Steven Gerrard is playing defensive mid, Ferguson in front, and then Cole Scholes. Oh, it's a good, solid line, and I would expect goals aplenty from these. We'll have a look at their opponents very soon. John Terry getting number 25 shirt, not his natural 26. Thank you very much. And Tonsberg, he got some lovely players. Esken Bugger Pettersson, I do actually know him in the game, but I do quite like his name as well. Yes, he's in there. Who else we got here? Some lovely ones. Bjorn Torre Hansen, Kvarma had the same first name, didn't he? There, lovely stuff. Øystein Mortensen, it's some lovely names, and of course Jorn Sucker. Will he get into the action during this one? We'll have a little look, and let's get started on today's stuff. We watch the games from the viewpoint of the teams who are actually ours, and Barry Ferguson has scored the opening goal early on. Michael Owen takes an early yellow card. Harvard Studsrod. Is he playing for there? He is. Oh, how did we miss Harvard Studsrod? He sounds superb. Look at that. Looks a better keeper than Douglas Espen Bugger Pettersson. Yeah, it's Studsrod. What a great name there, Mike. Well spotted. I look at the other teams for the names, and I missed it. So superb spot. It's still 1-0. Very early goal from Barry Ferguson. Alf's here to make a change. Paul Scholes has scored to make it 2, and Owen makes it 3 quickly after the keeper has been absolutely Espen Bugger Pettersson so far in this. And it's 4-0. Michael Owen makes it 4. Comfortable lead at half-time. Douglas has 7. He's not had to face a single shot. 7 shots, 6 on target. And taking a quick look there, just to let you know, Alf, that Steven Gerrard has a potential injury, so you may want to swap him at this point. A Team GB score I've been expecting all season. A Team GB score only Roman knows how to be on the receiving end of currently, except Erik Tonsberg, whoever he is losing 4-0. Let's see what I'll suggest for his subs while we take a quick look and see. Studsrod has been absolutely rodded, senseless. Sucker not playing so well, but he is putting in his tackles at least. Atler Kettleson, lovely stuff. Some good ones here. And up front, Carl Axel Andreasen is not doing what he needs to do. Well, they got a Tran on the bench, so it's good to be an inclusive match. And we got Gerrard to be withdrawn for Lennon. Just let us know if you have any other subs to do, or just say play on, or whatever you want to suggest there. 60 minutes will go to as well. And I think, looking at the passing stats there, they've barely got into this game at all, and 22 out of 22 for Gary Neville is looking absolutely solid there. Ferdinand alongside him has proved that passing is working very well. Let's see if we can get into the second half. Yes, play on. Lovely stuff. Of course, we remember very fondly the Alf lunchbox. And see what can happen here in the second half. Not a lot is going on. They've had a shot. They've had 2 shots, and Paul Scholes has made it 5-0. Might be a good chance to test out a couple of other players, or just to go for a big score. Bjorn Torre hamstring. He did indeed. So Joe Cole, potential thigh injury, and Paul Scholes is just a little bit. A bit of a stretch. Savage. What is it? Savage referring to the Alf lunchbox? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So Joe Cole may be one to replace at this point. We all saw the exploits of Steve McManaman for a different team last round. He was tremendous. But let's see what a suggestion will be, and then we can let Alf go to bed. We got right, so Steve McManaman for Joe Cole, And Smith for Owen. Yeah, the yellow card. Danger yellow. See if Rob Douglas gets sent off now and the comeback can be on. Nah, of course not. Anyway, so playing through to the end of this game, we've got McManaman has tried a pass and failed it, but Alan Smith has been extremely quiet. He's jumped up in the air and lost a header. Lennon doing what he can. This game is coming to a close pretty like boringly, but can they make it 6 before the end of the game? No. 5-0 it is, comfortable. And Team GB, the first side through to the next round. Tonsberg have missed a chance, and it was John Alexander Pellan who missed it. Anyway, look at that. Ferguson with a 10 with an assist and a goal. Scholes and Owen with 2 goals. It will do indeed. Alf, you are through and you're looking very, very comfortable. Joe Cole played a great game, went off after 2 assists there as well. So we'll see how you get on in round 2. Imagine Madrid versus Ålesund, and we shall get to them and see what sort of stuff can happen for such a new side who, new manager. Totti wants a new contract and he's wanting a whole £3,400, and Ivan Campo is in desire of one as well, 11 grand a week. So the IM setup has been put in there, which Steve's likened to some kind of McDonald's or such like, but we shall see what you think about this one. I'm just going to make sure I've got my subs lined up for this. If Chris did have suggestions, I know he's put his team in very early. He was the earliest team to submit for this round, I think, or second earliest. Yeah, his 60th minute are the changes, so we can we know that half time will be fairly quiet because he's going for 2 changes at that point. So new Smith and Lescott into the team. Up the Farmers. Ålesund, who for Ålesund got in their team here today? Frode Fagamo. He sounds lovely. He's not having a great season so far. Steve, I don't think you should do that on this show. Paulo dos Santos. He is a player that I have seen a few times in the game. I don't think I've ever signed him, but he's around. Hans Furness, I mean, that would be pretty sore, wouldn't it? Tor Madland, a lovely attacking player there. There's some lovely names here. Johnny Vatoi, the Norwegian Jamie Victory, as we mentioned last season, is still no better than he was. And Sando, are you allowed to call people that these days? 3 games, 3 goals, looking pretty solid. 4-1 predictions, 5-0 predictions here. So we shall see how they get on. The manager name will change after next game as well to make sure it represents Chris, who's 1-0 up already. Barry Ferguson's done it for 2 teams today early on with the first goal. He's also on a yellow card though, so it's a little bit of a danger at this early point. And I think that was Sando equalising. I think it might well have been Sando scoring here. Campist, pretty solid. And Chances Smith, some good saves from the goalkeeper here. Can you pick his name? No. Still 1-1 here, 25 minutes in. Sando, I think, scored the equaliser after Barry Ferguson scored the opener. And we shall see if they've got enough to get take the points in this one. And Elka is at least shooting. He's now dropping down to, we dropped to a 6 temporarily, and at half time they're looking in a little bit of trouble. It's 1-1. Some players have barely got going, and taking a look, the one shot out of one shot out of 1 for Ålesund and 12 shots, 10 on target for the opponents, and it was Sando who's continuing his extremely good season so far. Barry Ferguson there on 90%. A third sub may be made to replace Joe Cole at 60 minutes if he drops below 75%, I think. Who's Ålesund's keeper? Frank Matheson. I I don't think I've ever come across him before. I mean, he looks pretty useful for a second tier Norwegian player. I think there's something good about him there. So the second half gets kicked off and penalty turned down. Imagine Madrid still trying to carve an opener. They need Jordi Cruyff back, don't they? They need him in this team. And Smith it is who scored to make it 2-1. And we head towards the subs, which will happen any time now. And Sando it was with a chance, he just missed the target. So, well, Cole's still on 77, and this actual proper subs requested here, rather than being anything else. So, Cole, there are 3 subs suggested here. 3 subs. Cole for Barry. So, Ashley Cole, let's come on for Gareth Barry. There's Lampard for Ferguson. Cudicini. And what's the other change here? Smirtine for Mendieta. So we'll do those changes on the 60th minute. Lovely. Quick check over to the opponents, and the 2 players we featured as playing well are still playing very well. Cudicini red incoming. 3-1 it is, and it was a goal for Anelka. And Dos Santos with a chance to make it 3-2, but a stop from Cudicini. Fowler's missed a target. He's still not got his goal. He's played fairly well. Alan Smith is looking like a clear man of the match here. And a red card for their opponents at 4-1 with Smith, who scored twice. It's very comfortable, very comfortable. A chance, an injury for the opponents. So really, they're causing their own downfall. And imagine Madrid pushing through into round 2 with they had another few shots, another 5 on target, out of 7 in the second half. They let Alessund have chances, and yeah, they can. I mean, look at that, a red card for Skiri. Italand injured, ended up on the pitch with 9 men at the end of the game, and it showed that they weren't going to be able to get back into that. But yeah, superb. Alan Smith, I didn't even realise he'd scored his second goal before the other bit. Give the Alessund keeper British citizenship. He can join for Team GB. Lovely stuff. We got into Tato's here. I didn't even notice you were there. Yeah, Astersund, lovely as well. Alf playing his best players for once, yeah, and it worked very well. So it's Brønnøysund versus Steelhawks, and I know that the Steelhawks team was in. There are no sub requests, so I'll just replace as we go along here. And Tato obviously they're praising Alf's formation as well at the same time. So for Steelhawks, David's gone for a debut for Quintana, who, you know, I do think he could certainly do some decent things for this team. He's still, I think he's the lowest ability rated player in the squad, but still pushing 140. So he's looking like a good player that they can have in here. Murat keeping his place up front after last time with his superb performance he had in. David Seaman in goal. A few changes, and what's generally sort of an England. the first players I clicked on, almost all of them were English there. It's looking good. It is time to put. Oh yes, Steve, you're in the thing. You can do the Steelhawk subs, of course. David lets you do that. So happy for that to happen. Shearer's back in training. Anyone who missed it earlier on, I had to vote for World Player of the Year, and so obviously the choice had to be Emil Heskey. He did get my choice just ahead of Lubo Moravcik. Gary Neville captaining the side, and for Brønnøysund, a quick look into here. There's fake players all the way through, including Espen Fowler, Lars Erik Dos Santos, Morten Borgen, Bora Horpestad. Oh, there's some lovely names in here. Bod Lai. Oh, superb. Yes, I am looking forward to the Steelhawks Goal Fest 7-0. 7-0 prediction. Unknown Stadium is where we all want to be for this game. And let's get it kicked off. Steelhawks haven't scored in the first 6 minutes, but I think they'll get quite a few in this one. Murat has missed the target early on. we're looking really for goals, and it is still 0-0. What's happening? What's happening? Holding out as they are, the Brønnøysund team. But safe from the goalkeeper from Kristoffersen. Morten Borgen is a great name, isn't it? It's like, it's a goal. It's Murat who scored. Morgan Norman in the Swedish league, the referee, isn't it? It's very similar. Oh, a chance for Brønnøysund. You would imagine Steelhawks definitely. I mean, Gary Neville scored as well. You'd imagine they've got enough to. Goal disallowed to get a good 5 or 6. It's a very, very strong side that they've put out, and why not? Let's get some goals, get a confidence boost. Half time is here, and looking at it really, Murat has 12 attempted headers in the first half. That is quite something. Winning 4, 7 shots, 6 on target. Brønnøysund have at least had a couple of chances, and Kristoffersen is playing well. But so many headers. Yeah. Steve, you're going to be. Murat. I think with 3 days to go till the next game, you probably do want to be withdrawing Murat at half time. We're just knocking it. I know he's done a lot of jumping, but there is a game coming up in just a few days. Joe Cole isn't injured. It looks like it's Lee Bowyer with 7 stamina. That's one of the weirdest Lee Bowyers I've ever seen. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, will there be any changes? Morten Borgen, I suppose, would be your choice to bring into this team for the second half. I'm just waiting for Steve. Can I see formation, mate? Yes. There we are. There Zubov there could be quite a few changes there involving stuff. If Joe Cole were to go for any point, you've got Ishizaki can switch sides. Zubov can push onto the right. There's all sorts of stuff. All sorts of. Quintana's very versatile as it goes as well. We shall see. Bowyer back to defensive mid. There we are. And the silence is... an arrow to AMC Quintana. Unless it's just forward. Nope, central. There we are. Yep. It looks like he bent. That arrow doesn't look entirely straight. It looks like it's a little bit bent. That's an interesting one. Cole and Ishizaki in to make it a 4. Alright, so 4-1-3-1-1. When you said to make changes, I kind of thought you might just do a few a few subs to get the cup games, the 14 cup matches played fairly quickly. But oh well. That's Shearer for Murat. Yeah, that's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instructions for arrows on Cole and Shizaki. Okay. Yeah. None of this is not needed. You're absolutely right. It's a cup game. It's a non-league side. Right. Anyway, we're on 2-0 as it stands, and I should have left those arrows where they were going. Didn't say where they wanted them. A chance for Zubov to score, but it didn't quite pay off. What we've got to say is that those subs have made all the difference. That the tactical change have made a huge difference at the moment. At this point, looking at the conditions, Bowyer, Cole, Zubov, Quintana, a few of them looking a bit tired with the game up in 3 days' time. But it's not for me to choose it. play on. There we go. Right, lovely. And it's not a comfortable lead. I mean, it's comfortable enough, isn't it? But an injury to Joe Cole. Palacios, Barsom, two choices there that could easily come on. Dyer could also come on if Ishizaki swaps sides. Zubov could move over, and someone else can come on and attack him mid. There's a whole load of choices here. Barsom, it is. And there is Joe Cole. Please. Oh, lovely modesty. Thank you. 15 minutes left of this match. Never have got injured out wide. Yeah, I think this has been possibly one of the most boring halves of a first round of a Norwegian Cup game that we have ever had, and that's some credit. So, yeah, 3-0. I didn't even notice that Barsom had scored. When did he score? 5 minutes after coming on. Yeah, completely ignored that. He played 20 minutes and got man of the match. I mean, what's that about? Seriously, that shows something. 20 minutes and man of the match. Tyneside versus Pors Grenland. So we'll leave the Woodgate contract at the moment. There was no team submitted. And we go into the match. And Pors Grenland for today have some great players there. Rune Nummer in goal. Yeah, some Stian Knutsen. I mean, he's pushing it a bit with his name, isn't he? Lovely kind of player that we want there. Klepper. He could steal a few chances, I suppose. Lovely capital letter version of the AE. So he's very, very vowel greedy, isn't he? Sigurd Nilsson there on the bench. Eric Skretveit. Oh, some lovely. Sandro E. Occupinti. These are absolutely class names. Looking forward to seeing them getting involved. And we go to this game, and without the Tyneside team submitted, we'll play through the game. It's 1-0 currently, and it was Andy Cole, and it's half time, and we'll see what happens towards the end of the game there. We have reached 75 minutes as it stands. 77, an injury to Titus Bramble. He'll be replaced by Pistoni. Titus Bramble goes off, and Vetle M. Odden. We've got a good name. 3-0 it was as full time there. The right back, Odden. I suppose a 5 is an odd number. Hat-trick for Andy Cole. 9 shots, 8 on target. And we go through to the next game for Gevir Bodo versus Trumpton. Trumpton, they've got Penza would like a new contract, so we shall give him that new contract. £2,400 a week, if only. Big kid going for an attacking setup today with Petkov and Ariano playing out wide with big runs. Ariano in the squad for the first time this season. Oyan Berg as well on the bench doing that. Zidane will play defensive midfield with a bit of a run forward, and Kim Shellstrom will play up front on his own. See how he gets on in that position. So it looks like an interesting team. Berizzo is getting a first start this season. Tunjai Fevzi in goal. So, there are some decent players involved, and the reserves are certainly getting run out, but Zidane is getting his chances. And Beckham in attacking mid alongside Pepe Pontas. So, number-wise, 25-26 has gone in for those two. For Gevir Bodo, their lovely team. Titten Stensland. I think we saw him last season at one point, didn't we? What a name. Titten Stensland. Borgberg. Great stuff. 100 million fares. Jack Grimstad. Sounds not very Norwegian. Harvard Zachariasen. Scoring plenty of goals this season. Some lovely stuff. Jan Tomaros. Big kid. I think there is a great chance here of a Trumpton victory, and we'll see how they get on. early start. Puntos with a chance that he should have scored apparently, and he didn't. But Ray Parler's been looking lively. Zidane's had a chance and nearly scored. They are obviously looking the strongest side so far. Petkov with a chance. Nuggets. Shellstrom it is who scores an assist from Zidane. Who, Zidane's finding his way in this team, certainly in all the positions he's been given. And the goal for Shellstrom shows he scored again. He's, definitely a threat in this game, isn't he? We go into the last 5 minutes of the first half at 2-0. Pretty comfortable. Oh, it's my favourite picture in the background, of course, with the shouting man next to the happy, bearded, bespectacled man. Yeah, there's some lovely stuff going on here. And what is that green stuff there? You know, it's questions every time you look. Is a new Where's Wally kind of thing. He finds his level. It's there. Have a look at that. Shellstrom is 87% at the moment. Big kid, are you still here? And if so, are you making substitutions? It's looking very, very solid. Shot-wise, 5 out of 9 on target. Kevin Bodo, Borgerberg letting his team down. I'll just see if there are any sub-instructions on here, just in case. Can you swap Parler and Shellstrom? Ray Parler with the second half up front. Why not? Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good to me. Anything else? Pepe, Puntas, David Beckham. Beckham's had a quiet match so far. Petkov, he's been stretched a little bit there, but you know, why not? This is all about experiments and different formations and easy cup victories, so you know, enjoy it while you can. All good, lovely. The second half is underway, and immediately chances Zidane was involved again. He's still looking comfortable. It doesn't look like Bodo are going to start coming back into this game anytime soon. And 60 minutes approaching. Shellstrom it is, scoring a hat-trick. There it is. 3-0. He's also got a potential knee injury now. So is his time up? Petkov, I assume, is just tired from all his running. But yeah, that's the kind of situation that we're in there. Shellstrom looking a bit Ray Parler, Tato. Yeah, I think we might see him withdrawn at the moment, Shellstrom. This game in 3 days, remember, big kid, if you're thinking about your subs. 3 days till the next match. We shall see what the changes will be. And there's obviously plenty of choice on the bench. Plenty of quality choice. Penzer is there. Beckham off, Berg on. Borgerberg. And Shellstrom off for Jörg Heinrich. Yes. Good stuff. Fevsey up front. And Parler in goal. Lovely. The word please. I think when he says please, I think it means he's done. But I will stop it in case he needs anything else doing at any point. Parler with a chance. And what is it? He said it's a comeback goal. It's 3-1. Yeah, not quite sure who did score it in the end there, but Zachariasen was up there with a chance, and now Bodo's trying to come back into this a little bit. I don't think they're going to cause too much of a long-term problem in this match, but 3-1 it is. Shellstrom comfortable in his man of the match performance. A hat-trick. Solid, yeah. I mean, they conceded a goal, but Bodo had 3 shots, put 3 on target compared to the 10 out of 16. And it was Moldskred with no assist. I think it's just a rebound. And let's have a little look at this. Yep, it's comfortable. It is a win. Aston's Ajax, they go into their match against Skarbovik, and we have a look at the opposition's team for today. Paul Stensland, lovely names here. Dagfinn Nordvik, 38 years old. Odd Petter Lingstad. I mean, is there a normal other Petter Ling? One for tackling and passing. He can be absolutely delightful in this good night, Alf. Yes, it would be nice for all the teams to win. Karlberg and Meyerhold, but obviously one of our favourites here, Tor Klock. It's time he had a decent performance, I suppose, today. Steve Kahn, Oliver's brother, Steve Kahn. If anyone can, I suppose he's the one. Fleming Deerkorn. There's a lot of old players there, a lot of players in their late 30s, even just generally in their 30s. So we'll go to the match and see how this one plays out. Well, it's 1-0 at the moment to Aston's Ajax, but they've lost Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who will be replaced by Mido. Actually, the first player on the subs bench as we walk our way down that could play up front is Jari Litmanen, isn't it? So he will just come on in that position. And will there be any more goals here? Litmanen up front is not causing too much danger. It's 2-0, and it is Litmanen who scored. Not the most thrilling match in the world. Can they make it 3? Oof, chance. No. David's man of the match. 23 shots out of 27 on target. Only one from Skarbovik. Paul Stensland, the fake goalkeeper, played pretty well. North Trafford versus Alta, and we go into this one. Quick look at the Alta team. Who have we got in this one? Stig-Göran Fagerhag. Again, lovely ratings. He's very determined. Kim Oppheim, Lars Holsbo, Vegard Hegestad. Sounds good as well, but he's not even real. John Harjo, or Jörn Harjo. Alf, he's gone, but he's gone to bed. He's playing on the subs bench at this match today, so we'll see how this one goes. And very quickly we are seeing lots of red onto this, but at the moment 0-0 at half time, and we'll see how they get on in the second half. Mike's noticed Alf on the bench as well. 1-0, 2-0, very quick goals. Jonsson and Muckland, so comfortable win, but not very, very convincing. 3-0 with a late goal from Trond Andersen. Muckland, Jonsson, Andersen, 3-0. 17 out of 21 shots on target. Dargeti Rangers versus Tornado. Well, let's see which team gets blown apart on this one. The Tornado team, Tommy Torfanger in goal. Lovely name. How's that game moving so far? How's the game moving that fast? Just put my very fast commentary on, and I just changed the code a little bit so it played at a rate that meant I could just go through certain games like that. So there's some lovely names. Jon Cora Bernos. Again, passing is absolutely wonderful. Christian Andol. It's some lovely players. Lervik looks alright actually, to be honest. He's quite useful. Torkora Mura. Any relation? Not to me. Ronnie Refvik Rieser. Refvik. Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely name. Kjetil Kongshaug, a defender with 17 for finishing. Lovely. And the game is underway. It's 1-0 with the goal for Crespo, and then Robin has made it 2. And 3 for Van Nistelrooy. 4 with Robin. 5 with Van Nistelrooy. 6 with Van Nistelrooy at half time. 6-0, then a whole lot of not a lot. Can they make it 7? No, of course they can't, because that's what the game does. 15 shots only, 11 on target, and Tornado players. Tommy Torfanger playing fairly well in goal there, despite conceding 6. Falaraki 96ers versus Floyer, and for today the Falaraki team have gone with quite a few replacements, of course, from their lovely extensive squad. Well, 25 men, of course, and they're looking like they're going to be up for the game. Steve Howie getting a first start, and it was about time, really. Dennis Wise, he's on his second start of the season, and we see Matt Letitia called in yet again to play for the team. It looks decent, doesn't it? Tim Flowers in goal, and that's what we need. We need some quality players here. For Floyer, let's see if they got Stang. There's lots of fake players. Torsten Chetland, yeah, they are all fake. Robin Bonk and Board Hog. Lovely. Let's get straight into the team, straight into the match. From the Danish chair, Falaraki at the moment are attacking much more than their opponents. A chance, and I think that was Les Ferdinand coming close to the opening goal. But the instructions for Symington to manage all substitutions is all good. But at the moment, it is 0-0. We might be expecting a goal coming through. There it is. Les Ferdinand, settled by Jason Wilcox. It's 1-0 after the first half. Wow. I probably have expected a little bit better, but they had not put basically no challenges in. Only 3 shots in the first half. They've won all of their tackles, played most of their passes successfully, and the other team have had 2 players substituted already, including an injury to Jakob Sanders, who didn't do much, passed the ball and got injured. We have a look at that. There'll be no changes at half time. Stuart Pearce not having a good game, but there's no point in substituting when he had nothing to do. 2-0 it is. Les Ferdinand scoring, so that's good to see him getting a second. And will he complete a hat trick at the moment? I don't see. There he is. There's his hat trick. Don't see any reason to substitute him either. Oh, chance of sharing of his own. Ferdinand makes it 4. He's having a quality match there. Old Les Ferdinand, 4 goals. And with Symington to manage the substitutions. What do you think, Graham?
Well, Steve Stone looking a little bit tired, but Nick Barmby as well. I think he's a bit injured. I don't think Sheringham is injured at the moment. So I think we should protect the 2 who are a little bit poorly. So Barmby can come off for Steve McManaman, and Steve Stone can come off, and I would like to see Phil Neville playing wide in midfield.
Alright, well, that sounds different, but yeah, I think it's fair. Les Ferdinand still needs more goals, and we can see what goes on for the rest of this. Ferdinand scoring 4 out of 5 shots that he's had as well. Not bad at all. 20 minutes left. It's just a very comfortable 4-0 as it is, and Tato laughing at our league chairman. Is that allowed? Yeah, the confirmation is allowed. He's nodding there, Graham, in the background, and there's not a lot more to say about this match. It's Les Ferdinand's time. He jumped a lot. He won a few headers. They were key, and he scored 4 goals. And what more do you need than that from old Les Ferdinand? 8 shots, 8 on target. Not wasteful, like some teams having 27,000 shots and putting 2 on target, however. But yeah, very, very good. And Ferdinand will get that massive boost to his confidence and hit 4 goals. Loco Calaveras, let's have a look and see. Aymar is considering a contract. Let's see. The team is pretty much unchanged from last time, although Ronaldo comes in for Palermo is the only change in the starting 11. Mr. Horse, Mr. Symington, and George on the Swemp committee. It'd be quite the committee, wouldn't it? There, and I think that's probably about right. Although, with Ansgar Offus refereeing. It's one of our favourites here. Halter. Let's see, they've got Benny Michelson. Most of them are fake, apart from Snorre Harstad, who looks brilliant. Kenneth de Boer. Lee Torp. Svein Stocker. Yeah, there will be some Swemp related developments to follow in due course. Probably about a couple of months' time, we see some developments towards looking into the future of Swemp. Let's get into this one for local Calaveras. Any commentator? George from Rainbow.
Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. I'm looking forward to doing this one. I like the local calaveras. I had some calaveras at the Italian restaurant recently. Oh, and Ronaldo has scored the opening goal. Oh, he just stopped scoring so fast I can't keep up with. He's 3-0. And it's Tevez with the goal, Carlos Tevez. He's 3-0. And Ronaldo with the 2 so far. He's not doing very well at Manchester United these days. He's 3-0, and I think Yepes is passing the ball quite a lot at the moment, and as we come towards the half-past time, and maybe there might be some more goals, and there was some green on the commentary, but not a lot, and we go looking at the half-time, and 5 shots out of 9 shots have gone into the shots, and yes, Yepes 50 passes in the first half. He's on a 5, but Fifey's here. Welcome, Fifey. I've just been doing this one match, and everyone will be glad when I leave after it. Halter, they haven't played very well at all. But then I think we go to the next part of the match for the 60 minutes, and will there be another goal? The 5 is very harsh, isn't it, Mr. Savage? Why is Steve McLaren on? I should have Steve McLaren commentating that game, shouldn't we, George? It's maybe 96% passing completion. Amoroso is on a 10. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yepes is on a 7, and that's also lovely. And I mean, the substitutions that have been suggested, they're not under 75, those people. Palermo for Ronaldo. Palermo, the whole place has come on for Ronaldo. Veron for Emerson. Well, that's quite nice, isn't it, Joe? You have to give him some games, Jeffrey. And, well, I'm not going to do this one because I think it says about Denilson for Amoroso, but if Arca has the injury, we will do the Denilson for Arca and protect him nicely because his team was sent in this time, Jeffrey. Yeah, there we go for the last bits into the match. And Amoroso, he scores, he makes it 4-0, and he's had a very lovely game, and I think he might be happy to take away the champagne or the dandelion and burdock or whatever they get for man of the match these days, and we've got chances for more, but no, and the match is going to end. Chance, well, yes, but no, and 4-0 and 74 passes with 68 completed. We 7, and he's made 7 interceptions and only got a 7. That's not very fair, is it? But Halter were halted from having any chances, and yes, yeah, very well, lovely. Mega Horse, thank you.
Oh, well, yes, 11 I've mentioned. I had dandelion and burdock, Mike, today. I went to the cottage fish and chip cafe in Blackpool, which it's always very nice. Go there pretty much once a year when I go to the illuminations, which are definitely getting worse. And yeah, Nice kind of dandelion and burdock there. It was which brand was it? Bars, I think it was. Yeah, nice. Anyway, round hay for this one. I mean, we could ask Steve McLaren to commentate on this game, but I sort of knew when I saw Eric Ten Hag in the team. I thought he was quite Dutch. No, you see, you can't commentate like that, can you really? Jocelyn Govanek is in the team as well for his first appearance. Eric Ten Hag there. Yeah, I mean, he's not got the pace, but his other attributes should be okay. Sean Dyche playing left back, so I mean, he could easily play Zippy if I'm playing George. And it just looks like it's an all-round decent sort of semi-reserve kind of lineup, and why not? So Ten Hag takes 26 and Govanek 25. For Sandnes, they've got Kurt Eriksson, 2 for tackling. No, Graham's gone. He is returning his Graham because there's been a request, so he will come in. Oyvind Skjold, lovely. And Jan has to what's he has to do? I don't know. Anyway, Elvind Ellingson. Let's get on with Petter Ars. Lovely. That's what you're not allowed to do, isn't it? Pretty sure people are being banned from doing that. And, rightly so. It's 1-0, and it's a goal for Harry Kewell with an assist from Mihailovic. So, yes, Denis Mihailovic getting a game today from the Sandnes Stadion. It's quite calm, quite dull. Oh, chance for Sanders though. Then he got back into this one. Remember, we've had one semi-threat earlier on in one of the matches, and it's still 1-0. Around here, just doing what they need to do. Harry Kewell, the only one who's off a shot on target so far. He's at 4 of them, 5 of them, and now Inzaghi's joined them in the shooting. Crespo had one just before half time. That's 7 out of 9 on target. Round here looking comfortable. Just going to check what Jim's sub plans are, because I don't think he's here. He might be here today. Surprise. Subs at 60 minutes for potential injuries or 6 or below at that point. So we'll just do that. For Sandnes, Holger Hav. Didn't even notice him before. He's playing one of their better performances so far. Crespo's run forward. He's missed the target. Govenek's missed 2, and it's a penalty, and it was a red card for Brommeland, and on came Brout. So, I mean, at this point, look at Brout is clearly not as good as he's conceded 2 already, and the subs, well, we won't be taking off the centre backs, won't we? I don't know. Let's have a look. Potential injuries first up, anyway. Crespo, potential knee injury. He'll be withdrawn and replaced by Solskjaer. Yeah, because he's the only one. Inzaghi, he's okay. Govanek is okay. I'm just making sure I check all these battlers. Kewell and Dyche, potential knee injury, so Dyche will be withdrawn, and that will be Hollaback, won't it? At that point, going to come on, and 2 subs is usually the request on this way, so we just do the 2. It's steady kind of performance at 3-0. Oh, and Hollaback has gone. Oh, well. So for the last part of this game, they're going to need to make a change, but I would suggest that probably going in this sort of way with Sinisa Mihailovic, who I don't think it says he can play left back here, but he did. Just to go for 3 at the back. They're 3-0 up. It's comfortable. they had to go for 2 wide players and keep at least 3 at the max, so that was probably the best way to do it. Ooh, 3-0 it is, and Kewell, Crespo and Inzaghi with the goals, Solskjaer with a chance. Inzaghi was also involved, but not a lot going on. As Paul Daniels would say, approaching the end of the match, Mihailovic with another set piece chance that he's just had then, and it's a solid 3-0. Harry Kewell, man of the match. It's some other good performances. Sanyol doing very well defensively. I don't know how to look at the match report or something. 14 out of 19. And for Sandnes, Rout came on and actually performed fairly well after conceding 2 quickly. Comfortable for round Hay. Now we go to Real E. And Real E for this game, they have sub-plans made there. Viduka wants to be transfer listed. Oh, can do, sir. Yeah, so the team for today sees personnel changes, and but not to the formation. So Rio Ferdinand, David Dunn, Paul Scholes, Lee Hendry all getting their first appearances of the season, and we'll see how they get on today with Matt Bosnich in goal. So that's 23, 26, 23, 24, 25. All the squad now have been given their squad numbers. For Sticker, Per Thane, lovely. He's quite good, isn't he? Quite good for lower league Norwegian goalkeeper. Bobby Petter. Bobby Petter having signed there from Celtic on a free. Yeah, okay, Bobby Petter. Just, I'm not quite sure I understand that move. But yeah, they also got in Emerson on a free. This is quite the team. This is a team building for a promotion, is it, or something? I mean, what are they doing? Eric Catling, Espinot. Yeah, I mean, this is Shetel Hoddo. Is lovely. Emerson and Bobby Petter. Why have this team got money or whatever it is? I mean, are they paying decent wages? £525 a week? Nope. And Bobby Petter, £525 a week. I don't know what's going on here, but we're going to go to Jens' house and see how they get on. Look at that. He's a level discipline 2. Brilliant. So, yeah, not a clue as to what's going on with that setup there. We are well over halfway through the show. We've got a couple of games where we can skip through. Someone's hit the crossbar pretty. I think it must be David Dunn hitting the crossbar at that point. Scholes is shooting quite a bit. The goalkeeper's holding out, and at the moment Adolfo just missing the target. I still don't understand what's going on with the Emerson. I know Emerson, obviously, there were quite a few extra Emersons last season. Oh, Paul Scholes it is who scored. But why Bobby Petter? How's Bobby Petter decided to join this team? Anyway, must be the attraction of Norway. Adolfo can't miss, but he did. And at half time, will they get a second before that? Yes, David Dunn makes it 2, but Stinker have pulled one back. It's 2-1. And we're still not quite at half time. Other than Mega, what's your favourite type of horse? What a lovely question. I think it would be the ones that are on Japan World Cup. If you've not seen it, Japan World Cup is well worth watching. Virtual horse racing with a difference. Hugely recommended by me there. 11 shots, 8 on target against, I think it's just 1, and it was Fornus scoring. Isn't that Northern Burns Stadium? I don't know. Jan Eide Lundering, lovely names. Gunnar Hemming. We're missing all these quality names because we got distracted by Petter and Emerson, who've done not much. Anyway, 60-minute subs, I believe, for these. Let's see. Yeah, they're both set for 60. Bowyer and Adolfo are set to be withdrawn at that point. and we will get that far. Great question, Fifey. This is the kind of stuff that I'm here for. We got just a couple of minutes left till the subs are coming on, and will they get another goal? No, they won't. And it's tight. It's tense here, isn't it? So Adolfo is coming off, and he's going to be replaced by Neil Somerville. And Alan Masoudi comes on for Lee Bowyer. There we are. If anyone else has just dropped hugely. No, they haven't. We're good. Fifey starts talking about horses and Dupacs. But, well, question there to have the transfers been put in for the other people, you know, in terms of those transfers for those who were transfer listed, because that's what needs to be done first. Anyway, your favourite person that starts with the letter E. Who is my real E? Oof. Well, it's 3-1 here. Neil, some of I'm having a bit of thinking time on that one. It's a very good question. It's a real E good question. 3-1, comfortable stuff. Let's be real. Tried to make it 4, but not quite. Scholes, man of the match. Very, very solid performance from Paul Scholes. 15 shots, 11 on target. And it was Paul Scholes dominant there. Thane doing a lovely role there. And if anyone can pronounce that first name there, that's what I want to know what it is, because the Ronnie Johnson regen I got in one game, that was his first name. No, it can be anyone. Well, you know, like Eric Pollard or something like that, or Engelbert Humperdinck. Actually, not that keen, to be honest, on him. Yeah, there'll be someone I just missed that's absolutely obvious there, but I need to think about this question. It's a very good question. It's Romerick versus the Old Age Ballers, and we take a look at the Romerick team here. Lars Carlson, who could play for Sprungfelt. Mats Shy, yes, not shy of getting a 20 there for set pieces and finishing. He's got Ryan Collin there for him. He's quite jolly, isn't he? I don't know if he's real. In terms, it could be a regen. Kjetil Nilsson, some lovely people there. Knut Ace Stransgården. Elvind Bisgard Sundet. There's some good players in this team. It's got to be said there. They're quite alright for this. But they don't have like one of the Van Nistelrooys or something hiding in the team. Another Petter Mura. He's a 30-year-old player coach. Well, you say that's a pretty loose term, isn't it? We're going to the match and see how this one goes. Well, early goal for the OABs, who scored twice from Batistuta. I mean, the worry for this team, well, Cafu is injured, who plays the first one to play right back. Well, Dennis Irwin is the first one who solidly plays there. 3-0 it is with Luis Enrique. The problem with this team is that they are going to get slightly unfit, and they have a game in 3 days' time, so we'll see just how they can get on. What's the stadium called? I'm sure I'm getting some kind of bizarre name. Oh, Kunstgräs. Right. Yeah, Shetton Kunstgräs. Simeone there with a 10, 15 shots, 7 on target. There's certainly a bit of a fitness issue certainly surrounding those people there. Lots of lovely passing. So, Allenton FC, how many more matches have we got to go? This is the last one. Vyškovský with like a contract offered. Lovko a new challenge as ever, and Jakub Glerup Nilsson was offered a contract already for Big Noopy today. We see that the team has been selected of kind of a bit of a mix. Some strong players, some experiments, I assume, and Jacob Rex is in goal today for the first time, but why not? It's worth the chance. Smerteam will captain the team with a Falk. Roy Enghaug looks alright in goal there for lower league side. Eddie Kerr, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Board Johnson. Yes. Taya Martinson. Oh, that'll be painful. Kenneth Scunthorpe. Quality work rate 3. I mean, he's absolutely 6 in 7. He's on this season. Yeah, I think this could be a quality match. And to bring us into the final match of the day, our commentator Graham Symington.
Thank you. Yes, I was requested to be involved for Big Noopy today, and it's a pleasure to be here. And I'm seeing a lot of action coming in from this. Yukubu with the chance, and you didn't go in. I noticed there was some draws being made in cups recently, and I haven't been involved in the FA Cup for quite a while. And Bert Millerchip has even been doing this when he's been back from the dead. It's 0-0 at the moment, and Tato, you just wish you were here. Coming close to half time, and there's been not a lot to do. Yes, half time, 0-0. A quick look into that, and it says that they're not doing the best or worst job in the world. I think there's fitness and poor performances for 60-minute substitutes. Falk playing quite well with the goalkeeper, and not the best for Allenson at the moment. We'll go into the second half. Yeah, so Aguinaga with a chance, and Falk are certainly giving a good go, aren't they, at the moment? And with 13 of the teams through in the league, Allenson want to make sure they join them in the next round, and the substitutes poor performances, 'cause it's certainly something here, isn't it? Conticchio, he's not. He's not. He's just. He's not injured, but fitness. I don't know. I don't know at all. There'll be some changes. There'll be 2 changes for these. Just check and see if anyone is actually injured, or they're just a bit lazy or something. But yes. So we will see. Burns will come off on the side, and he'll be replaced by Alex. Yes, he will come on, and Conticchio will be replaced by I think the best option in this position would be to bring on Jakob Glerb Nilsson and push Yule on Jason Yule. My favourite E is probably Emily Attack. Yeah. Oh yes, she was. He'd like to get in between or something, I suppose, if that's the words. But Emily Ratajowski or yes, Enid Blyton would be my choice. I think Enid Blyton would be the choice of Mr. Symington. Oh, the ball hit the bar, and at this point, Falk coming into this, and a late chance Yakubu. No, extra time. Well, did we expect this? I don't think so. And Smerteen will come off for the extra time. So I don't like in-betweeners either. Right. Well, we'll see Del Piero come on, and Del Piero is going to come onto the pitch and come off for Smerteen, and we'll do that. So the extra time is underway, and I was hoping it to not be on your screen forever. I'm not making the formation changes. A red card for the other team. Oh, and there's Yule. Yule has scored to make it 1-0. Jakob H. Yule has scored the goal, and the substitutes here of Alex and Nielsen are playing quite well. Um, Del Piero's done very well there, nearly scored. And then Alex Alves as well. It's now Alanson, look at Agunaga, 10 headers, 1 out of 15, and he's got to be quite pleased with his jumping around. And they've won the game 1-0, and they've sneaked through, but with a million shots. It was quite good for them, but I think they'll be quite tired going into the next game. Shuttle Anderson send the shuttle off, as David might say. Your log. Oh, lovely, lovely. Mega horse.
Oh, thank you. It's quite the tense finish there, wasn't it? Quite the tense finish. And Jai winning on his own there. Hassan beating Stockholm Marathon 5-2. Thomas Lund scoring 4 goals there. Wonderful. Janaga Morch, great name. 15 headers indeed. 15 headers, 10-1. Asker Athletic have been beaten 1-0. Sadly there. Even though Svein Pettersson was man of the match. It's been quite the set. Good night, Mr. Tato. Thank you for coming to watch and sticking around till the bitter end. We'll just have a quick look in here for the other bits. Oslo Ost won the Battle of Oslo, and Scarp. So it's just some wonderful news. Boskop have made it through to the next round. Boskop Stanley. So with Sturas, Stalebutt, lovely names here. Star Czech, Dag Vieira, Jurgen Cole, Lars Okaronkwo. What a match. Ola Neville. It's a game with Justine Fossum and Tommy Glosson. He looks good, doesn't he? Yeah, not bad at all. And did we see Awful? Awful's made it through to the next round. Henning Fladland. And a quick check into the Awful squad. And there he is. Mr. Jens Senior himself. Lovely. So, not bad at all with that. And the Norwegian Cup first round is over. I'm just going to get quickly to the draw for the next round. So I think that needs to be done here. But it depends how long it takes to get there. Oh, Kohler and Cafu both injured. And here's the draw for the next round. 64 teams. Well, let's just go through quickly. And Graham Simons is not involved in Draven. Paul Seaman is in the team. They play Alanson, who sneaked through. Floro versus Roundhay. And where will we see our next teams involved? Local Calaveras versus Eiger. So it is because Lillehammer hosted the Olympics in 1994. They're in there. Ralph Foss, they've got Albert Cole in their team, have they? So yeah, Albert Cole, there he is. No, but him, he's not so bad. Team GB playing Tromsdalen from Division 1 with their signings this season. They've signed one. He didn't come over the sea, did he? The next game, OABs versus Fredrikstad, a whole team of Fredericks. Vålerenga or Drobak Froggen will play against Imaginary Madrid. Now, Vålerenga are obviously a decent team. we've got some more matches. Frick Halden versus Trumpton. Have they signed anyone this season to boost their ranks? They haven't, but they've got Tantine Tram. I think they were involved last season against one of our teams. Vida versus Aston Ajax. Mo versus Steelhawks. Movember. He's in there. Nerdal. 2 Nerdals in their team. Can't be many more of these left. Boskop Stanley versus Haugesund. Hammerfest are still in the cup. Fana Brummendal. Lovely team names here. This is what we want. This is what the Norwegian Cup is all about. It's Tallness versus Falaraki. Really versus Allgord. Tyneside against Ondalsness. Dalgety Rangers versus Elverum. And Lofferton Hall versus Norsk Trafford. So that's the draw made, and we'll go through very, very quickly so that the save just gets to where we need to get it to. Clickety clickety click. You can look through your own news and things and see what happened. We're almost here at the next bit that we need. Indra Torsen. Alpha for Harry Cure. Nope. Clickety click again. Deny. If I click too fast, we can get to the games, which is what I don't want to do. There we are, the next round of matches taking place next Thursday night. It is Allenson versus Roundhay, Dalgety Rangers and North Trafford, Falaraki Steelhawks. Big battle there, Loco Calaveras versus Aston Ajax, Team GB and the OABs, Trumpton, Imaginary Madrid, and Tyneside Real E. And this game gets saved as Division 1 Match 8, is it? Yeah, Match 8. Table there, Dalgety Rangers 4 points clear. And thank you to everyone for watching, and anyone who stuck around to the end. Why? Nah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon. Good night.